Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has been widely criticized for approving 7.5 million naira to replace liquid fragrance in his office and 3 billion naira to purchase rechargeable fans for the office of his deputy Obafemi Hamzat, in addition to other issues. Also, criticism trailed other contracts awarded by the state's public procurement agency in the second and third quarters of 2023, which included approval of over 440 million naira for the purchase of a new Lexus LX600 bulletproof sport utility vehicle for use in the pool of the Office of the Chief of Staff. The government also approved 152 million for the restoration of water supply at Idungono Palace, the official palace of the official residence of the Oba of Lagos, while the deputy governor was awarded 30 million for monthly outreach to indigent students by his wife. Joining us now on this show as we review the procurement activities of Lagos State government is Gbenga Omotosho, Commissioner for Lagos State, and Okpe George, Commissioner for Planning and Budget, Lagos State. Thank you for joining us, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Well, the matter is on the table. It's in the public domain, triggered by Mr. Funsho Doherty, the gubernatorial candidate of the ADC in the last election. And he said he's speaking on the basis of facts because what he put out there in the public domain, all taken from the website of the procurement agency of Lagos State. And there are two issues, actually. The second one has not been as loud, which is Badebo Revival, also raising alarm over the weekend that Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu was using Lagos State money, citizens' funds, taxpayers' money to pay legal fees. So let's start with the procurement process in Lagos State. You know, I've given those details, but the one that concerns me is this distribution of chickens in local governments and wards in the office of the Chief of Staff. How did you guys distribute chickens across local governments and wards? And we didn't see chicken in my own local government. Please, if somebody has collected my own chicken, I want it. Let me start with you, Commissioner for Budget and Planning.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning again, and thank you for having us. So, you know, in Lagos, we run a very transparent system. So the fact that everything we've done is actually situated on the PPA website, I think is a starting point. So there's a lot of transparency. Everything is there. Nothing is hidden. So in terms of these comments you've made, you know, I think the challenge or the issue is in how things are put or classified. So when we're doing budgeting, for instance, we always do facts behind the figures. We then explain what is behind the figures what we're putting out there. So you talked about the fact of the bulletproof car. So it says bulletproof car for the office for Chief of Staff. It's not for the Chief. It's the Office of Chief of Staff. The Office of Chief of Staff is 800 plus people, various buildings, you know, and that car, for instance, it's this car that's in the pool. So when we have visiting dignitaries, we recently had the German Chancellor who was in the States, who came into the States, you know, we have to provide. So these are things that are done. So it's not a car that is used by the Chief of Staff, it's a car that is in the pool, you know, which we use for dignitaries when they come in. And then these also translate to, you know, we look after our dignitaries, we pick them up, they're things we just have to do. So that is one example of, you know, in terms of classification and being able to explain a bit better those sort of issues.
Yeah, but tie about 30 million to indigent citizens for the wife of the deputy governor. Okay. People have some indigent people that I saw yesterday. They are saying, where is their own? Because they are indigent.
Okay, so again, it's not 30 million. It is for a whole year. So if you look at it and you say that's 2.5 million per month, and it's across various wards and various local government areas, and it's social protection. So for instance, in this year, in our 2024 budget, for instance, we've ramped up a lot in terms of our social protection. We understand the fact that there are a lot of economic hardships and realities out there. So we've increased the amount of money we've put in for social protection. So whilst we know that infrastructure and all this sort of hard infrastructure we're building to try and ensure we keep up is important, we've also tried to ensure that we focus on our social protection as well. So it's not 30 million a month it's spread over a year.
So let's talk about accountability. I'm just hearing that you've got social protection.
Yes, sir.
Where are the people benefiting from the social protection? Who are they? Do you have a list? Do you
Yes.
have a glossary?
We have a social protection register.
Yeah.
You know, so we also have.
Can it be made public?
Yes, we have we have it within the Ministry of Economic Planning
Can
and
it be
Budget.
made public?
Yes, it can be made public.
Okay. Will it be made public?
There's no reason why it can't be made
Okay.
public.
So
It's-
that we ascertain these people and cross them with a line item and the money disbursed. How much is disbursed to them?
It depends on. I mean, we have various cadres and various criteria for how we distribute social protection. So, you know, for instance, if I tell you now, over the next couple of days, we have a skill